Good evening. Political change is something the UK needs. My name is Peter. This is just a quick video to say my disgust of what's happening in the UK at the moment. I'm probably along with loads of other people, but the difference is I want to do something about it. I don't want to be Prime Minister, I don't even want to be an MP, but I do want to make a change in the UK, and I want to start a movement that will change the UK. I want to start a new political party. The Conservatives, the Liberals and the Labour Party have all proved over the past few months, and probably actually the past few years, what an inept bunch of people they really are. The Iron Chancellor Gordon Brown couldn't even be bothered to put a few pound away for when there was a recession. Now he's in power, and what's happening? It's all coming home to roost. Actually, probably the wisest one of all of them was Tony Brown. He actually saw what was happening and he got out and he left the egg on Gordon's face. But then of course you've got the hypocrites in the Conservative parties, you know, going on about how wonderful they are. And yet look, they're as guilty as everybody else when it comes to ripping us off. That was our money they were spending, our hard-earned money going in their pockets. Now, David Cameron, sits on TV today, which is Sunday, telling the world how wonderful he is and he's going to open up the Tory party to people that have never been involved in politics before. But just back off slightly here. This is a guy who supposedly is running the Tory party. He must have known what was going on. You cannot tell me a person who's in charge of so many people does not understand or know what's going on, yet is trying to make it out like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Nick Clegg. Now there's a guy who's a loser if ever I saw one. He's totally and utterly out of step with what the public think and what the public want. He has got no policies or ideas, and again, like Gordon Brown, like David Cameron, must have known what his party members were doing or his MPs were doing and did nothing about it. If the newspaper hadn't divulged the information, then what would have gone on? Nothing. For years and years we would still be paying our money into taxes and they'll still be spending it on their garden ponds or a second house which has been flipped. But look now, they've come up with some wonderful policies now. Yeah, most things can't be claimed for except for things like travelling expenses, living expenses, hotels, meals, food, etc. The list still goes on because they're not willing to cut their own throats. Why should they? Hey, they're only earning £65,000 a year. Wouldn't that be nice? But then of course, why am I putting this all on video? Why aren't I putting this through the newspapers? Now there's the crux of the matter. A few years ago, myself and a few others, we did actually try to set up a political party a few years ago. And guess what? We invited all the media, all the main newspapers to come and talk to us. We sent them copies of a manifesto. Nobody phoned us. Not one single phone call. Because they are all tied in to their own political parties. They're only interested in their own political parties. How many times have I seen it in a paper? Oh, we need somebody to do this, we need somebody to do that. But if you turn around to them and say, yeah, I'll do that, they won't respond to you. They'll never give you an email back. They'll never take the time of day to actually do something about it. The media is the biggest hypocrites of all of them. Another example of being hypocritical, some years ago somebody turned around to the media and said, oh yes, we need to restrict what you can and can't say. Oh no, can't do that. I mean, freedom of the press and everything. And yet the media are willing to cut us off. They give us no freedom in the press. They're not willing to actually listen to us or give us a way of actually telling everybody, hey, we're here. Well, this time we're going to do something different. We're going to try and put this on the internet, see how long it lasts, see if anybody gets back to us. Hey, I mean, I might only get one reply, I might get no replies, but at least for once my voice has been heard, or hopefully will have been heard. We would all love the response that Susan Boyle got, and well done, Susan. 100 million hits, etc. on YouTube. That would be lovely. But in reality, all I'm after is people who, like me, are fed up with the status quo. I'm fed up with people just sitting on their laurels and doing nothing about it. This is our country, it's not their country. Laws need to be changed. The way things are done in this country needs to be changed. You can do something. You can email me. That information will come up at the bottom of the screen shortly. Please email, whether it's a joke email, whether it's anything, but if you really are interested in changing this country for the better, then help. Do something. Get off your laurels and actually contact us. We're not after extremists. What we're after is sensible people who are willing to actually fight for this country, who are willing to put this country back to where it should be, and that's back at the top. Thank you for listening. I will actually send another podcast out shortly, but in the meantime, if you have anything to say, please contact us on the email address below. Goodbye.